So yesterday I got a random phone call out the blue. And I'm like, hello? Who this? And like off the dribble, the person on the other end like, you gotta do something for the hood. You can't end Weirdo Week, man. We got stories with them ninjas too. I got something for y'all. I'm like, whoa, who this? It was somebody from Avenue Paul Rule. They was like, okay, I got a little story I want you to put out there. I heard this story before, actually, from somebody from another hood, and not weirdos too, but you know, they expressed they wanted me to do it. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go on and do it. I'm gonna break my rule. I said Weirdo Week was over, but you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go on and do this one. Welcome back to S.WigginsTV. I'm your host, Worldwide Wiggins. Today we gonna be doing a quick story on how the Weirdo Gangsta Bloods went at it with the Avenue Paul Rules in Inglewood. Now, I really don't want to do this one, but you know what I'm saying? It seemed like y'all want me to keep going. The Cash App said y'all want me to keep going. Everybody like keep going, but you know, just this one time I got one more. And when they went at it, not here to promote violence, but you know, just shed a little light on some history, man. So let's get into it. But before we get to it, I hate to do this, but if you can, bro, if you appreciate the channel, drop a little something on the Cash App. I would appreciate it. I got big things coming. I need to upgrade this equipment. This is my new rule. If you learn something, burn something. And that means basically, if you learn something on this channel, you know, send $1. Send what you can, man. You can't do it, you can't do it. I mean, you trick off on Fig in Long Beach Boulevard, send something to Wiggins too, man. And much love to my boy for that donation, man. SP, much love, homie. I appreciate that, homie. But keep going, man. I got a goal I'm trying to meet. If you can, look out, man. Drop the Cash App. You learn something, burn something. Let's get straight to it, man. All right? Let's rewind time back to the mid-90s. I want to say around the year 95. Did you know that the Weirdos and the Avenue Paul Rules had a little friction? Thankfully, it didn't really get too out of hand, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy to say that. But here's kind of how it went. Now, from the Avenue Paul Rules mouth, not Wiggins' mouth, okay? From his mouth. All of this came from him. All right? Around this time, the mid-90s, Bloods and the Paul Rules in Inglewood wasn't really getting along too tough. And they wasn't seeing eye to eye. And he felt like what attributed to that was the new hoods that was forming in Inglewood, such as the Dime Block Gangsta Bloods and the Weirdos. They was forming unnecessarily. So in other words, he was saying the bigger gangs felt like these two new hoods needed a turn, basically. Now with that being said, there was always a level of respect for the Weirdos, because Big Y, legendary artist, he co-signed the Weirdos. And he had respect in Inglewood. So the Crenshaw Mafia wasn't really tripping off of the Weirdos like that. The other Bloods in the area, according to the Paul Rule, especially Center Park, felt like the Weirdos should, you know, turn established reputable hoods, whether Blood or Paul Rule. So somehow, this caused some kind of friction between the Avenue Paul Rules and the Weirdo Gangster Bloods, which spilled over into the schools. Here's an event where things kind of went up. Now, before I say this disclaimer, I'm not here to glorify any situation that may or may not have happened. This is all alleged. I'm not here to make fun of nobody hood. I'm not here to downplay anybody. What I'm about to say is history, okay? I'm just here to give black history, and let's keep the peace. This is a whole event, and it should be treated as such. So one day, around the year 1995, a member of the Avenue Paul Rules was at school and had an exchange of words with a Weirdo Gangsta Blood. Just for this episode, we gonna call that Weirdo Franklin. Alright? So Avenue Paul Rule had some words with Franklin from Weirdo. And the situation escalated quickly. It went left. They ended up squabbling. And I'll say this respectfully, from what he said, the Avenue Paul Rule kind of got the best of Franklin from Weirdo. And it was plain to see, if you get what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure what he said, you know, if this happened the same day or later on, but the same dude from Avenue Paul Rule was walking home from school, and suddenly the Weirdos pulled up out of nowhere. And he said somebody allegedly upped the pole on the Avenue Paul Rule and started busting. They bust 2 times allegedly. And he said the Avenue Paul Rule started running and was able to get away without getting hit. However, this did not sit well with the Avenue Paul Rule. He felt like a phase should have been, you know, just left as a fade. And it did not have to end like this. Now, with that being said, if you remember all the Weirdos videos that I did for Weirdo Week, then you should remember when I mentioned the Weirdos headquarters by Center Park over on 111th Street. That house was their stronghold, and at any given time, you could catch a gang of them hanging out there. So without saying too much, he said the Avenue Pirus decided he was going to go over there and dump on the crib. Boom, 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 lit it up. Now, in retaliation for this event, allegedly, the Avenue Pirus went back to that weirdo's house and set it on fire. Yeah, this is alleged information. That's crazy, huh? Now, this was an ongoing beef, and things got really tricky, but here's where the positivity come in. An OG call was made by a Crenshaw Mafia to the Avenue Pirus and defuse the situation, so they was able to squash that and get through the situation, man, and before it got out of hand, man. So that's as far as I could go today, man. Wait for Avenue Pirus. Said I had to drop something on the hood. He was like, man, you doing all these hood, you don't never do no Avenue Pirus, man. So here you go. You know, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, man, if you learn something, burn something. Holla at your boy, man. S.WigginsTV. Keep it cracking, keep it locked. More dope content on the way. I'm gone. Wiggins.